Story breaking news we've actually got coming in from the United States, where we continue to cover developments as Donald Trump has, as you remember, been sworn in as the President of the United States. Now, the information we're bringing you is actually about the new Secretary of State, Marco Rubio. Remember, he oversaw a meeting of the Quad countries, that's India, Australia, Japan and the United States. S. Jaishankar, our External Affairs Minister, was also present at this meeting. And what's interesting and what we're drawing focus to right now is language that Rubio used in his addressing of India. We'll just share that with you on your screens right now. You can see those visuals. Rubio has called all the Quad nations his allies, remember. And India refers to the US as a friend and a partner. But just to understand a little bit more about the differentiation around that, remember there are a few different terms a country can use when it's referring to another country in the diplomatic sense. There's obviously a strategic partnerships. So even within partnerships, there is strategic partnerships. And then you also, of course, and strategic partnerships will usually imply that there is a relationship between the two countries in a militaristic sense. Then there are also alliances. Let's just go over to our colleague Siddhant to understand. Siddhant, we see this, the United States Secretary referring to India as an ally. Can you just explain to our audiences the diplomatic connotation around the word partner and the word ally and why this is a step up?
Well, Toya, look, India has always been comfortable referring to US as a friend and a partner. The ally word has very selectively been used, or perhaps to the best of my knowledge has never been used before, because India has always spoken about strategic autonomy. India has relations with Russia. India is strategic partners with US and perhaps the other major world powers. But India is not comfortable, has never been comfortable with the word ally. This is perhaps for the first time that Marco Rubio has put India in the category of allies, where Japan and Australia are US's ally, and they have been US's ally. For them, the word ally had been used by US before also. But when it comes to in India's context, this word has perhaps been used for the first time. And you know, there is always this apprehension, Toya, that Trump could, as far as this Quad grouping is concerned, this grouping is still not a military grouping. There is indeed a Malabar exercise in which all these Quad member countries participate, but there is no direct relation between the Malabar exercise and the Quad grouping. So there is always this fear that Trump could push for the Quad to become a military grouping, or perhaps to initiate some kind of a military engagement. There has always been this fear as far as the Indian think tankers and policymakers are concerned. Now, referring India as an ally by Secretary of State Marco Rubio is perhaps for the first time, and it would really be interesting to see that how Ministry of External Affairs is going to respond to it.
Siddhant highlighting, thank you so much. Siddhant highlighting over here the historic context, very, very important. India has never, very deliberately never chosen to call itself an ally of the United States. Our own foreign policy has always asserted our nation's independence in that context. This statement coming in, what its implications will be, we'll continue to take a look at right here on the show. We're going to take you, though, to a different story, one playing